Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this video let's do a spread for the trial of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Now usually I do not like to do spreads on celebrities, I just don't care about this, but I thought, you know what, this is a very interesting case for us as tarot readers to learn from this spread. The reason why you see already the spread on my table is because I filmed this 2 times. At first, my focus was not good. I had to film this again. And the second time, my camera died. Right now I said, you know what, I will just film this as it is. The second time that I filmed this video, you could not see half of the cards. That was a disaster. Anyways, I'm just having trouble with my camera, so whatever. I done this spread to just see what is going on in this trial. Again, I'm doing this for educational purposes only. So the spread is already opened on my table. When I shuffled the cards, I wanted to know who the person is, who they really are. I wanted to see their persona. I wanted to see how they were acting in their relationship in the past, how they behaved in the relationship, what their agenda was from the relationship, and what they're going to gain and lose from the trial and the outcome of the trial. Maybe I will insert how I'm shuffling the cards, but I think it's already useless. So anyways, this is the position of who they really are. And we can see in the position, this is the position of Amber and this is the position of Johnny Depp. Now I have my own personal interpretation to their behavior, how I see they're behaving, but I think this is just irrelevant at the moment. Let's see what the cards are telling. So who she really is, we can see the Two of Wands. We can see that she is very calculative. She is planning her actions before she's acting. We can see that she is thinking everything through. She's not just acting. She's very calculative and thinking. Also, this Two of Wands is a card of kind of opposition. She's always opposing to something. She's not really flowing, so she's not stupid, she's not innocent, she's very calculative. Now guys, I'm trying to do it fast because I already done this like 2 times, so I'm sorry. I guess the thing is that I filmed this like 2 times and it was a disaster. It can tell me that those people have some sort of protection, so no one will actually view what is happening. Maybe Amber have some protection, maybe Johnny have some, divine protection, but still, let's continue. So who he really is, we have the Magician card. The Magician is saying that he's a master in his field. He's very talented. This person is very, very talented. He's master. He's also showing us some persona and putting this mirage and hypnotizing us. Is the Magician showing one thing to the public, but inside he's really, really different. So everything that we think about him, everything that we see about him can be very different as he is inside. But overall, in his true core, who he is really a magician. He can hypnotize people. He's a master. He's a professional at his field. He's very, very smart person. So let's move on. What is the persona of the people? The persona that we see in public. So in public, we have here in Amber the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card of aggressiveness, of a militaristic approach, of violence. So we see her that she is acting in a violent way, that maybe she is aggressive, or she's a goal-getter, or she's want to get everything that she's planned. We can see this fireness in her. There is a lot of fire in Amber. And what we see in him, also interesting, 5 and 5, we can see that his persona is the 5 of coins. The 5 of coins is a card of physically injured person. And we can see that his public persona is like this person who was abused. This is also a card of people who were abused physically. And this is what he's showing. He's showing that he's this abused person, that he's been through war in a way of trauma. And he did say that he was abused by his mother. And this is what he's showing. He's showing that he's this, bruised, hurt person. 5 of coins is a person who is destructive, who is self-harming also. We already saw that. And also his substance abuse, this is also something that is harming him physically. And from my own personal observation, it seems like he already have like problems with speech. I don't know if he's acting or if this is like the consequences of, being abusive to yourself with, drugs and alcohol. This is actually giving you brain damage as you age. So this is what we see in him. In her, we see fire, we see violence. This is a card of war, of a person who is very militaristic and very aggressive. So let's see how they actually were when they were together. So we can see very interesting card in Amber. We can see that she was showing that she's very, very caring. She's a good listener. And we can see that she was heartbroken as well. This is how she was in the relationship. She was showing that she's a very caring and nurturing person who is a very good listener. And she also showed to him that she is like a family to him, a very close person that you can actually rely on. The King of Cups is someone that you're relying on. But this is also a card of addictions. Very interesting. Now, how he was in the relationship. We can see a very phallic symbol of the Ace of Wands. We can see that he was very fiery. He was very masculine, domineering, and excited. But this card is like he's excited very quickly, but also burn out very quickly. So maybe he had this burst of energies of he's excited, he's interesting, but then like this fire turned out. Now let's move on. Guys, I'm really trying to do this fast. I'm afraid that my camera will die, that something will happen, but okay, let's move on. Now, how she was behaving in the relationship. And how he was behaving in the relationship. Here we have the King of Coins. So she was very business-minded. She was practical. She was calculative. She was not dumb. This is how she behaved. But also this is a card of some stability. It seems like she actually behaved in a very stable way. She was maybe very stable in that relationship and not reckless. How he behaved in the relationship, we have here the card of 7 of coins. This is a card of comfort and of heaviness and of not wanting to change anything in the relationship. It's also a card when it's coming out in a relationship reading, a card of it feels like this is a one-sided relationship. Like maybe he's giving, but there is no maybe anything in return. So this is how he was behaving. Now, overall, this is a card of very stagnant approach to the relationship. Very stagnant and even, stubborn. Because this is like earth in stagnation, like not wanting to change anything, not wanting to move or to do something or to change, like not even caring. But it was like a very comfortable position. Now, we really receive a lot of interesting information from the cards regarding the relationship. Now, let's move on. Let's continue to what she really wanted to gain from the relationship and what he really wanted to gain from the relationship. So here we have the 8 of coins. This is a very straightforward card. She basically wanted to gain job. She wanted to gain something for her career. And also she wanted maybe that this relationship will actually work, because this is a card of working. She maybe wanted some even equality in this position. Although Amber seems like a very aggressive person and a goal-oriented person, and yes, she's not stupid, she wanted to gain something for her career, and she's really acting in a masculine way. We can see that she has 2 kings, and when it's coming out in a reading for a female, it is showing to us that she have a lot of masculine energy in her. And here with this card, like she wanted to have some equality in that relationship. She wanted that she maybe will be equal. Maybe she felt inferior in that relationship. Now, very interesting card. What he wanted to gain from the relationship. Very interesting card. We have the 10 of Swords. He basically did not wanted to gain anything from the relationship. He was not even thinking about gaining anything. But this card is also showing to us that he did not wanted to think about anything in this relationship. And what do I mean? He wanted to have this comfortable relationship when there will be no troubles, no thinking, no difficulties. He just wanted to have some comfort. He just wanted to have maybe some, easy woman that does not give any trouble, that he don't need to even activate his mental thinking regarding that relationship. He just did not wanted that. So on one hand, he did not wanted to gain anything from her. But on the other, he even did not wanted to make an effort in that relationship. Just don't want to think, don't want to deal with that. That's it. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to what she will gain from the trial and what he will gain from the trial. So she basically gaining a lot of power. This is a card of dominance, power, control. This is a card of, it's not really a card of fame, but she receives this attention. She, like everyone knows her right now. And this is also a card that can say that she will, like she's exhausted already. She will gain a lot of focus. She will be illuminated because of that trial. What he will actually gain from the trial? Well, he's gaining a lot of humiliation, distraction, and that his crown is cut off. This is what he's gaining from this. I mean, this is not really a good gain, but this is a card of humiliation because we saw that a lot of intimate details are shared through that trial, and this is humiliating. This is information that's supposed to be closed. It does not supposed to be out there in the public. And also he's gaining, if we are talking about gaining, he's gaining a lot of illumination from higher power. He will gain something, he will receive some illumination from this. This is a very, very important lesson for that person, very important. And he will gain, also I want to make you understand that this card, the Tower, is a card of masculine energy. So he can gain a lot of support from males, from a lot of maybe males who are feeling males who can relate with him, who sympathize with him. This is a lot of masculine energy, like he's receiving support from them. And of course, he's receiving also humiliation, distraction. His position, his prestige is cut off. All the hard work that he was working in his career, about his, status. It's just cut off. But he will gain some higher illumination from this. Higher illumination from higher powers. I mean, this is a lesson for him. Okay, let's move on. What she will lose from the trial. We have the Judgment card. Well, this is very interesting. We can see that she's been hurt. We can see that those spikes are hurting her. She will get hurt from this trial also, of course. She will get hurt, and what she will lose the ability to transform and to evolve from this trial. There will be some stagnation in her. Now, this is also interesting because the card of Judgment came in this position. What she will lose. I don't want to have speculation. This is not a prediction reading. This is not my intention, but maybe she will lose the trial, but not sure. Let's move on. What he will lose from the trial, we have the Three of Swords. This is a card of pain, of hurt, but also a card of having decision and cut through hard decision. And it seems like he will have difficulty to make some decision about some situation. This is one way at looking at this. But also this is a card, again, this is not a Rider-Waite system. This is Marseille. The interpretation is different, is a bit different. So the Three of Swords is a card of communication also, of sharp, scientific, intelligent communication. And he's losing that. What does it mean? Now, it came into my understanding that he really, in the trial, his speech is very long. And he have this difficulty in speaking, something about him, like he have this stagnation. Maybe, again, as I said, it's a brain damage from the substance abuse, that he was abusing himself all his life. So he's losing the ability to come up as someone who can speak directly and in a sharp way. Like he's losing this. He's losing the ability to communicate in a very sharp way. Something regarding his speech. Also in the Marseille, the Three of Swords is a card of scientific presentation. Like maybe he will lose to present some information against her. Maybe it will happen. Maybe like he's weak in the argument. Maybe he will lose the ability to showcase something scientific regarding her. But never mind, let's move on. So the last cards, the outcome of the trial for her and the outcome of the trial for him. So very interesting. In Amber's position, we have the Two of Cups, which is a card of negotiations, of relationships, and of merge with a person. So what does it mean? Maybe she will, maybe this trial will give her some new relationship in her life. This is also can happen. Maybe she will go to some negotiation. This is a card of partnership. So very interesting. This trial is giving her some partnership. I don't know with whom, I don't know what is about, but we will wait and see. Now, what is the outcome of the trial for him? Is the outcome of healing. This person will have to go through healing. It can be, psychological healing. It can be healing for himself regarding his traumas, past traumas, about substance abuse. He will have to go through that, go through healing. And she's having some new partnership, some new negotiations, some new relationship after this trial, which is very, very interesting. Now, I don't want to dig too much. Again, it's not my business. I'm not doing this for predictions for what is going to happen. This is not my purpose, but this is the information that we received from this spread. I think this is very interesting because we see that, Amber is coming off as a very abusive, aggressive person, and she is. This is what she's showing. Maybe she have, those narcissistic tendencies in her, and of course she wanted to gain something from that relationship. She's not stupid, and we can understand her, but she also wanted that this relationship will work. And it's like it's a struggle between. It seems like she's kind of a feminist, in my opinion, because there is a lot of masculine energy here. Like she wants to show him. She's not giving up. She's still, going with this. Maybe other person will say, maybe other person in her position will be like, I don't care about this. Like, let's move on. But no, look at her. She's persistent. And it's interesting that she was showing that she's very caring and very loving and that she was heartbroken. But still, she was very practical in that relationship. I don't see that she have a lot of abuse, in those cards, how she was in the relationship and how she behaved. I don't see that she was abusive. Maybe she had difficulties to, hold her emotions because of that card. And here with him we can see this spark, this excitement, and then burning out, and a lot of comfort and rigidness and not wanting to even think about this relationship. So it's interesting. So anyways, I don't want to ramble a lot. Now, I just want to say my personal opinion about this, about those people. Again, I do not know them. Everything that I'm saying is speculation, and this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Now, although he seems like, this poor guy that was abused by her, and I can sympathize with him because he was abused by his mother, and he had this rough childhood, and I also had trauma in my past, and I can understand this. But you have to understand that in a victim and abuser relationship, it's the same coin. So if she's abusive, she's also a victim. If he's abusive, he is also a victim. So like attract like. And it's very interesting that his mother was physically abusive to him. And now he's in this trial facing accusations that he was abusive to that woman. But on the other hand, seems like she's the abuser. So everything can happen. We don't know, what really goes behind closed doors. But something in him, although he's very, I believe when he speaks, I believe to him. But sometimes it seems like this is acting, and the abuser in him coming in a way that he's talking so much. His speech is very, very long. He's abusing the viewers, abusing the people in the court with this behavior. Now, again, I don't know that person. I don't know if he's doing that intentionally or if he really have some brain damage and problems with speech because of all of the drugs and alcohol, which also can happen, because people who taking a lot of drugs and drinking a lot, they have brain damage at the end. So I don't know, it seems to me that still he's abusing us with this behavior, and her lawyer is actually, not having this. I saw today some clips that he's telling to him, can you just answer the question? Can you just answer, and be straightforward. And again, I don't know if this is intentionally or this is acting or this is real. I don't know the person. Now, regarding her, she is also playing the role of her life. I see that she's in a role. She's acting. And it seems like, a spectacular of two actors in the act of their life. So I also would advise to you to not jump into conclusions, like it is very trendy today. Take sides. I personally, I don't care. I do not take sides. I'm just doing this because this is interesting to get the information from the tarot. Again, I'm not doing this for prediction. I'm just trying to see what is going on. And basically that's it. So please write in the comments, what do you think about this case? This is interesting to you? And follow me on Instagram on magicalkey666. And if you're interested to learn the Tarot de Marseille, you can download my book on Amazon.